Howdy, folks! Love it, Captain 2000, you have the devil and one Lord Cyrano Wolford Shoulder making his way through the galactic world of triangle strategy. I don't know what the hell I am. Welcome to part 39, right? Part 39? No, part 40! So, welcome to the first optional path of the game. So, way back when we did chapter 3 for the very first time, we had to pick between going to Hesfrost or Hyzant, and we picked Esfrost. Today we'll be playing Hyzant, so let's do that. Cyrano decides whether his house will make the journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost or the holy state of Hyzant. Jeez, my chest! Hiccups! Hiccups! Ow.
It seems your first test as Lord has come. 'Tis no small matter either.
Kind of is a small matter, Benedict. But then again, who would I know?
Indeed. But I needn't face it alone.
Oh.
I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
Alright.
We take a vote and the consensus determines our action. Is that it?
Yeah.
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine. Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
True.
He understands what it means to be Lord of his house.
Yep, unlike you, Benedict.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going to. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolford will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Indeed.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
And you at your being
You may
drunk
stay ashore
along
if you
with.
wish, Huret.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
Yep.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings.
Indeed.
How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
Yes, please. You're a really good unit, Roland.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Indeed.
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Ow.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Alright, let's see. So... yeah, Hyzant is the utility route. So we're just gonna grab all of the utility points here. Haven't really heard much talk from either of them. What are Freddy's reaction to utility is? Alright. So, I think... Oh, alright. So, let us go to the Grand Duchy. Not the Grand Duchy, the Holy State. These hiccups are really throwing my brain out. Alright, so I'm going to convince Roland, Huette, Eridor, and Anna, which way to go? Let's
Say.
start with Roland. It'd be wise to see how they live, don't you think? I think I wish to visit the Holy State. What reasons do you have for wanting to visit Hyzant? I would be fascinated to see a society where everyone is truly equal. Indeed, they say Hyzant is a country without kings or nobles. 'Tis hard to imagine. But why imagine when we can see it with our own eyes? An interesting proposal. I wonder what everyone else thinks. You've given me much to consider, my friend. Ah! Hiccups! Eridor, help me!
Listen, lad.
Can't very well say Hyzant holds much appeal to me. Sorcery and XM are too clever by half. I'm sure the people of Vestros will give a warm reception even if their weather won't. I wish to visit the Holy State. Ah, you want to go to Hyzant, do ye? Care telling me why, my lord? I've long wanted to visit the source. It is the cornerstone of all life in Norzelia, after all.
Aye, but...
I understand your curiosity, my lord, but your union with Frederica marks an important turning point. You'll have other chances to visit the source, and make no mistake, right now you should sit your eyes and making your love happy.
I've made up my mind.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, my lord. That's kind of stupid because Frederica wants to go to the Holy State, you dunce. Hi, Huette.
Lord Serenoa.
Esfrost soldiers are said to be among the strongest in all Norzelia. However, that is only hearsay. I mean to judge them for myself. Hyzant has its charms as well, I'm sure. What about it appeals to you, my lord? I wish to see how their touted equality works in practice. For now, it is only words to me. Indeed, to hear it from Hyzantians, their society seems like a paradise. I find it difficult to imagine. I can scarce imagine a way of life not dictated by nobility and birth. Without such a life, I would have never found myself in Prince Roland's service. I would have never found this pride.
Okay.
Thank you, my lord. I suppose there may be some merit in visiting Hyzant. Anna, help me get rid of these hiccups. Damn it.
Lord Serenoa.
I wish to visit the holy state of Hyzant. They say Hyzant is the nation of salt and sand. Do you have a reason to go there? I would like to see what miracles are performed at the ministry and look what kind of magic and medicine enables them.
Indeed.
I hear that feats performed there beggar belief. Any knowledge we could gain would surely come in handy during times of need. Thank you for sharing, my lord. I would see now why you wish to visit Hyzant. Anna is deep in thought, and I think that's everybody. Oh, look at me run. Let's go, Serenoa. Okay, good. Alright, let's see if I've succeeded the vote.
It is time to cast our votes.
It is time. God, these hiccups. I'm probably going to record this episode and then just bugger off to get rid of my hiccups.
Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost or the holy state of Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You've convinced me.
Awesome. Hyzant is just as good as Esfrost. Let's go.
You have my vote.
All right, thank you, Anna. Eridor, don't do this to me, Eridor.
I changed my mind.
Eridor, don't do this to me. Eridor, please. Please don't do this to me, Eridor. Eridor.
You won me over.
Yes! 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 Wait, is that what I think it is?
The
Is that
scales of
a perfect
conviction will
vote?
illuminate the
Is that a perfect vote? It is! Yes! A perfect vote! I've literally went the whole game without one. Yes! I got the achievement! Unanimous! Oh, yes! Yeah!
The way forward is decided. We
Let's
journey-
go. We journey to Hyzant. All right. Let's go. We're going with Sam Marshall
We have
and
decided.
Sorsley.
We set sail for the holy state of Hyzant.
I'm excited.
Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
Yes. Oh, dickhead! Dickhead!
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Bitch! Alright, let's go!
Lord Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence.
Indeed.
That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook. I fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzant.
True.
She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
Her hair.
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
Damn, these three are nice.
My mother's hair. The pink locks at the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzant.
Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners.
Yes, I do. But I am from Esfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins.
Of course, my lady. Very well then.
Yeah.
I will do all in my power
to be
see
fair.
your visit is a pleasant one.
Thank you. Pray forgive my outburst.
It wasn't an outburst. Nobody in this game ever shouts, aside from Svarog.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes. See where and how my mother and her people suffered.
You're gonna have to wait a couple chapters for that, sweetheart, because Whither the River Flows completed. We're going to the world of sand and ice. Hallelujah! I can't believe it's already episode 40. Alright. I can't wait. Bum, 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 bum.
By
bum,
order
bum,
of
bum.
King Regna, Serenoa escorts their esteemed guests back home, beyond the forest and over the mountains to a vast sand-swept land.
Alrighty! Chapter 3, Part 2, A Land of Sun and Song?
Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the Goddess's Shield, behind it lies the source, Noselia's only supply of salt. Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzant.
Sand and Sun, I was right. Chapter 3, Part 2. Alrighty. Let's go. Look at our party. Big wall.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
Jeez.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Esfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenoa?
I mean, we did. Oh, shit. Let's not tag that out.
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
Big. Whoa. Benedict and Lila. Oh, that's not a photo, a picture I want. Oh, welcome to the holy state of Hyzant.
What's that sound?
It's a gong.
Could this be?
Looks like mind control. It's a prayer.
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Indeed. Hyzantians offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day. They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzalia's salt is harvested.
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
Indeed.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzant, just as the stories say.
Yep.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
Yeah, but there's still a bunch of people in this city.
All Hyzantians are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The Holy State has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality. As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
Certainly, if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
But achieving absolute equality is impossible.
True, Benedict. As
The
always.
words of an unbeliever. The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her teachings.
Yeah, Benedict, I think something's wrong here too.
Before we visit the Hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract. We have explained the circumstances, however, and she has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
Nice!
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
Silent? Why?
I reiterate that typically she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
No, they just don't want her speaking to the Holy One.
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
My apologies.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let us show you to the palace.
Alright, let's go. Let's meet the goddess. Well, not the goddess, but the Hierophant. Who we never actually saw in the entirety of... Well, yeah, in the entirety of the first loop.
That is where the Hierophant resides.
The Hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages.
Yeah, we would have seen Kamzal way earlier than we would have. Jeez.
None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face. None save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolfort of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regna.
There she is.
the Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Walford, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Walford and Hyzant have shared a deep bond ever since the Saltine War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
Let's hope so.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear.
Indeed.
The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
Well, I think it was a valuable endeavor that I have profited fairly to everyone. I think it a valuable endeavor that will fairly profit everyone.
I think it a valuable endeavor that will fairly profit everyone.
Certainly. The Holy One shares your opinion. If benefit spreads evenly throughout the land, peace and happiness will follow.
Indeed.
And yet creating an equal society that all will accept is no easy task.
That difficulty is precisely what makes it worth doing. Together, let us bring true peace to Norzelia.
I agree with that. Enter.
The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
Let's divine protection.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you. I have heard that the people of Hyzant live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Ooh.
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well. Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy. But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Minister Lila's Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this.
Sorry if it doesn't sound like I've been talking a whole lot. I'm just as interested in seeing the alternate pathways as you guys are, so I'm just sort of sitting back and reading.
The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzant's medical discoveries.
I see we managed to pique your interest. Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands. Pray, show them around the ministry and let them admire Hyzant's pursuit of life and magic.
So yeah, this is the archives for them. The archives, but for Hyzant. We're going to be in the Ministry of Medicine without having to sneak in or kill the leader of the Ministry of Medicine. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, House Wolford is invited to the Ministry of Medicine, though Frederica cannot help but feel less than welcome in their midst. Oh shit. No, we've seen that one. We're not going to do any side stories because that would take up more than enough time. Just gonna do real story stuff.
Look, a Rosellen. I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
Ooh.
Be that as it may, is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
We have new characters. Plinius Navaste, a researcher at Hyzant's Ministry of Medicine. He feels frustration at not being able to choose his own research topics.
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
Mm-hmm.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
I think she heard you.
What a splendid facility you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Normally, only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
Damn, really?
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
Indeed.
If I heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are. In order to cure illnesses and injuries, we must set our sights high.
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
There is no miracle panacea in this world. But we like to think
Panacea.
nothing is impossible.
Panacea. That is how they're pronounced. So the panacea. Okay, not Panenka.
Wonderful.
Panacea.
And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
Benedict. Damn, Benedict's speaking facts.
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
Ooh.
My apologies, but I must get back to work. You are free to take a look around. However, I ask you to not enter the restricted areas.
Alright. Dot, dot, dot.
Of course, nothing is free in the ministry, nor anywhere in Hyzant. And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher, nothing more.
What was his problem?
I think he... Considering this is a second playthrough...
Saranoa, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
No, I do not mind, my love.
But of course, let us take a break outside.
Alright, we got some exploring to do. How are you faring, Frederica? Better than before, thank you, but I should like to rest in the shade for a spell. But of course, rest as long as you'd like. I should take a moment to get to know the city. Oh shit, shiny! Hit point recovery pellet. We got basic baby stuff. No shiny. Okay. So we got some gameplay now, finally. I do think this is probably I don't know. I don't know which route I like more. Let's look at the actual Wolf Chronicle. Paths traveled. See, there it is. Yeah. Sorry, I just burped. Oh, we have a merchant that we can buy stuff from. Hello, Huat. I saw shiny. Hyzant is a blessed nation, one where everyone lives in peace. But if you happen to see anyone suspicious, be sure to look in the nearest sentry. All right, copy that, boss. All right, enter. Shiny, Ice Stone, Marvels of Norzelia, Volume 3. Ice Stone's definitely not as good as Thunderstones. My favorite tool. Like, I think I used enough Thunderstones to break several times over. I must ask you to turn back. Control the source is always tight. The source is just ahead, but you have to turn back. Only those with proper permission can enter. You cannot pass through here, so the source is blocked off still. Alright, let's go ahead and start working our way down from the top. But first, the houses. It is thanks to the Hierophant that we went for nothing. Yeah, sure. Okay, Merchant Man. I sort of wasted all my money. A large oil jug. Ooh. I'll never use oil, but sure, we'll use an oil jug. Let's go. giant asshole jug. The source story, I can't say I know much about it. It is a sacred place that just a select few are allowed to enter. Rolando, the goddess's teachings condemn the Roselle to backbreaking labor with the source to atone for the crimes of their forebears. I know it is the way of their nation, yet it doesn't seem to sit well with me. Pray, take care of Lady Frederica. I have no doubt this weighs heaviest upon her. I obtained timber. Timbuktu timber. I see a shiny on that roof. HP recovery pellet. What if I, like, just zoomed in on Serenoa? Oh, I can't zoom in on Serenoa. Oh, damn. Eridor, you're up. Could the streets really be that safe in a city this wealthy? I wish I could say the same of Glenbrook. Speaking of which, you should get ourselves some souvenirs before we head home. I'm sure your father will be happy to know you thought of him. Indeed. I wish I could fix this. Okay, there. In Hyzant, the goddess's teachings determine where you work. Even at the Ministry of Medicine, you're only allowed to research subjects decided by the goddess. Though I cannot deny the significance of their results. The goddess is on our side, so should another war arise, she would ensure the Holy State's victory. Minister Exham is always thinking of ways to make our nation even greater. He may be young, but he is still a role model to us all. Though it seems he fused Minister Sorcerer with a distaste. I had heard that Minister Exham was in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs, but it seems he goes above and beyond for his nation. I cannot wonder from where his aversions to Minister Sorcerer stem. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Just between you but me, but not everybody is happy with the Hierophant, though I honestly don't understand why. Alright. Sorceless Guard Captain. Hyzant is a wonderful city. Please enjoy your time here to your heart's content. However, I must ask that you not interrupt Minister Sorceless's work. I can't do that voice. And please stay away from the source. As one of the Saintly Seven, I manage the production and shipment of salt. That is to say, I single-handedly bear the burden of Hyzant's finances. I can only imagine I was bestowed with a vulnerable position in recognition of my unwavering faith to the goddess. Minister Sorcerer oversees all Hyzant's dealings in salt, the foundation of their nation's wealth. It is a crucial job even among the Saintly Seven. Alright. Do you wish to enter the Ministry of Medicine? Yes. We'll deal with, Oh, hi. Oh, look at all those! Look at all the shinies! Shiny! So much shiny. Alright. Ministry of the Official. It is our honor to help the sick and injured. The study of life fascinates me so. We may even unlock the secret of immortality someday. Kill yourself. That was a bit extreme. Researchers immerse themselves in whatever the goddess bids them study. Devoting our time to those who studies is what brings us the greatest joy. The goddess's teachings unite the people. They are what govern this nation. Perhaps there is something to be learned in all of this. Alrighty! This area is off limits. There are more delicate matters being researched up ahead. As such, I'll have to ask you to turn back. Okay. This is as far as you go. Only those with the goddess's permission can enter. Researchers are highly respected in Hyzant. The ministry is a symbol to our nation's knowledge and a source of the people's pride. Okay. The ministry's research helps save lives, and I'm proud to be a part of that. The goddess saves all who believe in her. We research so that we may aid her to that end. Anna? They claim their city is peaceful, but there are soldiers aplenty in the streets and the ministry. It really makes one wonder. Alright. Let us return, and we have 2 more people to talk to, both with choices. I always knew that the goddess and her followers looked down upon the Roselle with disdain, yet I cannot help but worry for my people. Don't worry. This is less due to the goddess's teachings than it does producing salt. It makes me wonder why citizens do not labor at the source. You mean to say the teachings ignore efficiency and profit? This nation was built upon their profits from salt. The source is a sacred place, and yet only the Roselle are forced to labor away there. Hyzant has already accumulated sufficient wealth off of their salt taxes. I doubt there are any who wish for more exchange for such painstaking work. Alright, and Exham, everyone in Hyzant knows the goddess's teachings. Obey the teachings and serve your nation, and you shall receive the goddess's blessing. It is not wealth that drives Hyzant, but the faith and happiness of her people. But we cannot ignore wealth's importance in the equation. How has the Holy State achieved such balance? Let's go, getting that utility points. Needless to say, our wealth springs from the source. Since the Roselle work there tirelessly day after day, harvesting salt to atone for their past sins, we believers offer our prayer up to the goddess who bestows her blessing upon us. Those blessings in turn bring us happiness. As long as one believes in the goddess here, wealth and happiness will naturally follow. I see. Thank you, Minister. You're saying the Seven have people completely under their thumb? I've learned all I could about the people of Hyzant, though. Alright, I think that's everybody, so let's end exploration. I best regroup with the others. Let's go, a whopping like 200 utility points. Sooner or later, I'll be able to max it out and get that character I've been looking for.
We got our hands on a fine souvenir, thanks to Lady Frederica.
Is it authentic as frosty cheese?
It is quite the feat indeed. Serenoa has terrible taste when it comes to gifts.
Thank you indeed, Frederica.
It was my pleasure.
Should we ask Minister Lila about what ails Lord Simon?
No. Even now, Lord Simon commands great influence. We cannot
Why not?
let others
Minister
know
Lila
about
would be
his
more than
condition.
happy to help.
I understand. Not even our allies can know of our weaknesses, lest they use them against us.
Indeed. We cannot risk exposing ourselves to such danger for the young lord's sake as well.
Whoa! Murder!
What was that?
It appears there is a stir around the ministry.
I shall investigate.
Good luck, Anna. Boop. Ding! Fight, 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 fight. Alright, so I turned the difficulty up to easy. Because I don't want to put myself through this hell of having to deal with lower leveled people. So a scream resounds through the Ministry of Medicine. House Wolford arrives on the scene shortly after the scene. Alright, let's go! Who will be the recommended scrubs for this map? I like to call them the Goober Gang.
Anna, what happened?
Dead people.
Some researchers at the ministry ran off with its secrets.
To think my ministry was infiltrated by unbelievers.
Exam.
Unbelievers?
Heathens who reject the goddess's teachings.
At their head is a researcher named Plinius, who escaped with some of our most valuable findings.
Oh dear! Sounds like Plinius is trying to speedrun the morality ending.
You must retrieve these documents for us, Exham.
Consider it done. But they could be anywhere in town by now. I will need all the eyes I can get on the lookout.
Alright, let's go.
I must remain here at the ministry. Their spies may still be among us.
Oh shit! Among Us!
Minister Exham, we would be happy to be of service.
We are in your debt, Lord Serenoa.
Good. Shut up, Benedict.
The men we pursue are researchers, proficient in the arcane arts. The insight of one versed in their ways would be invaluable to us.
Take Corentin with you. He is one of my most talented researchers. Corentin, you are to go with House Wolfort and help them retrieve our research from Plinius.
As you wish, Minister.
We have a new character to talk about, Corentin Jannar. A researcher at the Ministry of Medicine. He studies only what he is told to, and Minister Lila has high hopes for him. He possesses a rare gift for ice magic. This is the Cryo Mage, and he is the last mage. No, he's not the last mage. We're still missing the Geomage. Okay, the Geomancer. So yeah, if you do Chapter 3 for Hyzant, you get Corentin. If you do it for Aspros, you get Rudolph. So to piss people off, not piss people off, but to screw with myself, and because I think it's funny, we're actually going to bring Rudolph to this fight. So yeah. Plus, Corentin should be a really high level. Let's see. Level 35. We've got hard mode bonuses, too. He is only a cryoman. Oh, frick. Also, XM is a part of our group here, and he's actually pretty weak statted, too. Alright. Oh, wow. Only 7 recommended units. Alright, where's Rudolph? There's Rudolph. Yeah, Rudolph is a whole 9 levels lower.
Leave it to me.
Let's bring the Core 4. Let's bring let's bring actually, you know what? No, let's bring the Kid Mage himself, Kid Wonder.
I'll do my best.
Narv, and forget it. Let's bring Piccoletta. I think Piccoletta would be useful. I love how all of the encampment people are like the lowest level people in my army. Sorry. Alright, let's bring Roland over here and Federica. There we are. Look at that trio. We're ready to go to war, boys. And then we have Mage Squad. Wow, you can't even bring all of the Core 8. Wow, that's kind of fun. Alright. So, next time on Triangle Strategy, you're going to complete this map, which will not be that hard. We're going to see what Corentin can do. But until then, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter if that's something you care for, and join me in Lava's Museum. It's a Discord server where you can talk to me and my friends and see what and see videos like these when they're posted. But above all else, have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.